Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today with Marvel Strike Force's newest character addition here in AZAZEL, joining as the first member as the new Hellfire Club. Remember, this is the new Mutant Raid team, guys, joining Marvel Strike Force. So this is definitely a team that we have to consider building, especially if you want to participate in the new raids coming forward, as they've previously confirmed that it's going to be likely August where these new ones will roll, and we'll see how they do. But first and foremost, guys, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at AZAZEL. We're going to be assessing his kit overall, what upgrades make the most sense right now. Remember, what's interesting with this character is that he's also getting traded in as an accursed team member. So you can actually bring him into the accursed team so that he's also going to have value in Cosmic Crucible on top of the intended raid game mode that he's actually designed for. Having said that as well, we're going to be taking a look at what potential ISO-8, but they did already previously confirm with the AZAZEL that his kit is very similar to Nightcrawler, and we know that with Nightcrawler in the past with the Extreme X-Men team, a very versatile character, but obviously having a AZAZEL here, it's more like a new and improved Nightcrawler, especially from the stats department. So let's get right into it. Hellish Slash is his basic ability here. As you can see, attacking the primary target for percentage damage, in addition to a bonus attack with the highest damage for 50% extra. So if this character does have 3 or more Hellfire Club or Cursed Allies, this attack actually cannot be counterattacked, and as we bring this ability higher and higher, damage to the original primary target is going to increase, in addition to the enemy with the highest damage. So he's always really focusing in on that high damage target, so that way we're going to be taking them out as a threat against our team, right? So as you can see, bringing it up all the way is just really a raw damage increase. So the level 7 here, T4, is more of a luxury. Chances are his special ultimate and passive are more considering, but again, if you have free T4 that you want to utilize, definitely always nice to maximize everything that you can, especially with some new characters or required teams, in this case for raids. Tailored Strikes, special ability, attacking all enemies for 160% damage, bonus attack the enemy once again with the highest damage. So again, his kit's really revolving around targeting that high damage enemy, and as well, this attack cannot be counterattacked so as long as 3 or more of those fellow allied companions here. So you can see, very similar to Nightcrawler. Actually, he has a chance to actually flip defense up, as well as always giving that chance here. And the T4 upgrade here actually does apply bleed and blind to the highest damage. So a little different from Nightcrawler in the sense that Nightcrawler does add exposure, I believe, in addition to a stun. This changes up the dynamic a little bit because he's actually going to be applying bleed to all enemies, and top of that, the blind once again to the highest damage enemies. So a little bit of extra value there. Works a little differently, but again, I expect it to be just as useful and just as valuable. And the blind's nice because it's a nice little hidden crowd controlling aspect. But again, in order to gain access to the bleed as well, you do need to T4 upgrade this ability. So this is a very important one to focus in on and obviously maximize. This is going to be utilized quite a bit. Inferno Barrage, ultimate ability, rebounding chain to 8 targets within infinite spaces of the previous target for 140% piercing, in addition to a chance to clear positive effects. He's also once again going to be attacking the enemy with the highest speed for piercing damage, and a chance to once again clear positives, and also ignoring defense up. So a very powerful ultimate ability here. Very similar to what Nightcrawler does across the board. And again, infinite range means that it doesn't really matter where the enemies are situated. He's going to bounce around to them, and that's very similar to the ultimate as well in Nightcrawler. So you can see as we level this ability up, the piercing does increase. The chances to clear positive effects also does go up as well. There's going to be a permanent slow that actually is guaranteed once you level this up enough, always clearing positive at level 6. And then finally, what I think is, again, going to be a very notable addition to the kit overall is that with the T4, he's reducing the speed bar for primary and secondary target by 15%, and as well speed bar for the bonus attack by 50%. So it means that whomever is getting that second bonus attack, in this case, the enemy, right? The enemy with the highest damage once again, highest speed, he's actually going to be focusing on and rewinding that back. So it's a really nice, useful kit because he's kind of managing what's happening in battle in real time and controlling that enemy. So in a way, this ultimate ability is kind of a crowd control technique as well, without the official ability block, stun, and whatnot, because when you reduce their speed bar by 50%, it's essentially taking away their turn and allowing your allies obviously to get that speed and turn meter advantage against them. So very notable, guys. The special and ultimate upgrades for sure, highly recommend. We'll wrap things up with the passive ability being the Black Bishop. So he's gaining 15% drain here. In addition, Hellfire Club and Cursed Allies also gaining 15% drain. this is where he's going to have a lot of value in both these teams, because both the teams do not have drain. So the moment he's on there, well, they're going to be getting some sort of health steal back in addition to sustainability, right? And raids on enemy def, he's also filling up the speed bar for himself and all Hellfire Club allies. So this is where he's going to have utmost value. I definitely do think he's going to be one of the most important pieces in this raid team, because this allows you to gain that turn advantage against the enemies that you're up against. And obviously, with more enemies falling, the more increase of the speed bar does occur for the allies, and they get faster and faster, right? Which is very, very notable, especially since on spawn, he's also filling the speed bar when they have 3 or more allies. On the enemy def as well, he's generating ability energy for himself in Hellfire. So he's the battery, he is the speed controller, which is absolutely massive. So speed in addition to energy regeneration for the team. And then, like I said, synergies with both Hellfire and Cursed. I just love the value that we're going to be getting across the board. And that's not even the final cherry on top here. In raids on enemy def, he's going to be once again adding an additional increase here of 10%. And then lastly, if they do spawn, he's also gaining additional ability energy on this character. So across the board, I think special, the ultimate, and the passive, these almost need to be guaranteed to have upgrades here. So that way the kit runs well. But in addition to that, he's going to make sure that the raid team runs smoothly. We don't exactly know what kind of new raids these are going to be and how difficult the mutant nodes will be, but I mean, given how versatile this character is, he's going to be a very, very important linchpin for the rest of this team synergy and making sure they function and do their job. So for sure, AZAZEL is going to be a high recommend here, guys. Now, if you guys have been following my channel as well, you know that I've used a lot of my power cores for the recent event of Quantum Surge. So I am in a holding pattern right now, but honestly speaking, if you guys have power cores to spare, he's going to be a solid character to obviously unlock as part of that first team. But remember, they've been doing a better job of including these characters as well in the new intel. Now it's going to be antimatter. So he'll likely be farmable in a couple weeks in addition to free-to-play events. So just be on the lookout for that. Lastly, guys, I do want to quickly touch on his ISO-8, because remember, because his kit runs overall very similar to a Nightcrawler, and again, he's usually probably going to have the first turn or second turn, you do probably want to make sure that you're landing vulnerables across the board. I think he's going to function very well with his blend of attacking all enemies in addition to applying damage with piercing, with a mix of piercing and unavoidable attacks. I do think the ISO-8 Raider is probably going to be the best choice for him. If he's not landing some of the debuffs, like for example the blind whatnot, Skirmisher also make sense too. But I think the Raider is going to be the best way to start things off. And then again, if lower star levels and the focus isn't good enough, then you can pivot over to Skirmisher to ensure that consistency. But that's my game plan, guys. Do let me know what you think, comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.